Hello everyone, my name is Cheesewagon, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about what my channel is all about, what it's going to entail, and pretty much just some general stuff. So the main thing for my channel is going to be about one console in particular, the one console that got me into gaming, and that is the Sega Genesis and or Mega Drive if you're out in like Europe and other US or out of the world markets, what have you. But either way, the Genesis was the one console that got me into gaming, and I've always wanted to do something with it. Because at first when I started trying to do all this recording stuff, and I got all this equipment and everything, and then I was getting inspiration off of Total Biscuit, which I'm still a huge fan of. Thank you very much. I still watch his videos too, which he's just amazing at. But either way, I wanted to do something, with like inspiration from him, with just like console related stuff, because he does the majority of his stuff is all PC, which is fine, because that's just him. He knows it, and he knows how to work around the market, yada yada yada. But like when I was working at a game store, my local game store, that my thought process changed, because I saw like all these Genesis games, and I just remember like, oh man, I remember all of this. I remember like going home after like when it was like 3rd or 4th grade, or not, well, maybe like kindergarten, 1st grade, going home, sitting there, playing my Genesis with Sonic the Hedgehog, which is one of my first games ever. I mean, come on now. We're talking about Sonic, one of the most iconic video game characters ever produced. And I wish Sega would make him a lot more better now, but I mean, trust me, there are some games out there that are just like amazing. But either way, yeah, I still remember going out, getting some games for my console. Like, I'll be completely honest. I don't even own some of the games that I own right now for my console. Like, there are some games on here that I have yet to even play. First time ever playing Batman the video game by Sunsoft. I actually beat the game. Yes, against the Joker. And yes, I did have like 7 lives when I started out, because that, hey, we all wanted to achieve something in our lives. And plus, that game is really tough, so you can't blame me. But yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to do this, and not just anything. I just wanted to do it for the console, because I think, if everyone remembers, the first console war, between if you're a SNES or a Genesis player, I was rooting for Genesis, because obviously that's what I grew up with. I mean, I know a lot of people grew up with the Super Nintendo and everything, but I just didn't grow up with it. I grew up with the Genesis, and I still think it's one hell of a console. And like I said, I have the Sega CD, and I also have the 32X, which I'm also trying to collect for those 2 consoles as well. I mean, I do have a little library of 32X and Sega CD games that I actually would like to show you guys, because there are actually some key differences, like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. The Genesis version is like a platformer. The Sega CD version is a pretty much kind of like an RPG, like an exploring kind of game, and with a little mixture of fighting, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, it's something, to even like compare between some of the games that are on the Genesis and the Sega CD. There are some key differences, and some noticeable differences, as I said with Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. So with all that in saying, yeah, I want to do this, and like I said, I've always wanted to do it, and I just haven't had time, because I work 3rd shift, but now I'm starting to have like a little bit more free time, and I'm not here to, have, people make money, or I'm not here to do that. I'm here to cater to the people who actually grew up on the Genesis and actually have a fonding and an inspiration from it. And that's all I've always wanted to do. And to help, and educate people like, oh, hey, this is kind of a cool game. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some games, with every other console out there, there are games that are like really, really bad. Trust me, there are some on the Genesis that I just want to like throw out the window. But hey, I gotta keep it for my collection. Because it's a reminder of, how things have transformed from, like, 2D sprites to, like, 3D into like actual like polygon, from like 2D sprites, polygon to like freaking cinematic movie, almost like cinematic games, as like modern games, like as of right now. Just the way of like how time just flies. It's hard to believe the Genesis is only like a 20-something-year-old console right now. I think it's like 25-year-old or 26, 27-year-old console. Kind of reminds me of the days back. You know, and it feels like yesterday that I actually got my first console and playing it. Which actually, the first one I actually got was the Model 2. I didn't get the Model 1 version. I always thought like the Model 2 version was actually a little bit more sleeker. I mean, you didn't have to like press a switch or anything, and plus it's all AV, not like RF, which is a totally different issue. But I actually, like, again, I owned the 32X, but I didn't own the Sega CD at all. And I actually own a Sega CD, which I own for like a year or two right now. But yeah, this is what the whole entire channel is going to be about. It's just about the console and its additions. I see the Sega CD and the Sega 32X. And like I said earlier, I will be doing some comparison. Because like I said again, noticeable differences, man. So that's what the rundown of this channel is, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little pep talk. Again, my name is Cheesewagon. I shall see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.